On tonight's show, featherweight Elaine Chapman, who's bored by food, versus heavyweight Helen Simpkin, who just can't get enough of it. Before Supersize and Superskinny swap diets, Dr. Christian has sent our Supersizer stateside to show her just where extreme food addiction can lead.
My long-term goal right now is to lose half of me, which would be 25 stone.
Or in other words, that's one Helen Simpkin. Dr. Christian's organised for Helen to spend 2 days in California with Pauline Potter, and he'll be flying out himself to ensure Helen learns some valuable lessons.
Come in.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, I'm Pauline.
I'm Helen.
Hi. How was your flight?
It was okay, a little uncomfortable, but it was okay.
That's good. Dylan. Could you come help me, please, honey? Dylan, this is Helen. This is my son, Dylan. This is a daily routine. He's a very good boy, but I'm sure that he will welcome the day that he won't have to help me any longer and I could just do it by myself. So I'm sorry to be undressed in front of you.
It's okay.
But,
It's just quite shocking. I don't want to get like that because I've got kids and I don't want them to have to help with me. Like her son has to help her.
Once you get to 700 pounds, it really pushes your body past its limits. Like, I'm short of breath all the time just to walk 10 feet from the couch to the bathroom. I have knee pain every day. I have to get a spoon. I don't have a good life, you know. I hear children running outside of my window, you know, laughing and playing, and it's like nobody knows I'm there, you know. I want to get out, I want to dance, I want to drive to the store, and I don't want my son, the last 20 years of his life, to be remembering that he had to help his fat mother get dressed.
Pauline's always loved food and has been overweight since childhood, but spending 9 years married to a man who loved big women got her where she is today, immobile. Pauline uses a special bus service, but it doesn't always run smoothly. On some buses, the combined weight of Pauline and her wheelchair is too much for the hydraulic lift to bear.
What the heck?
Unfortunately for Pauline, today's one of those days.
Just feel really so embarrassed for her. People are probably looking and...
Just have to make it fast, okay? Because I can't stand up long.
I don't know how she does that. I would never go out if it was like that.
Oh, my feet hurt. Ugh. I'm hating this still. I'm so hating it.
Pauline takes Helen to one of her favourite restaurants to indulge their shared passion.
How does food make you feel?
I know that I'm happy while I'm eating it, and then after I'm done eating it, I'm not happy anymore. I'm sad, you know. Then I sit here while I'm so miserable and I cuss myself out and I'm like, I'm never doing that again. And then the next day I do it again anyway. Why did I let it get to this point? That's my biggest regret.
Because I've seen you today and the struggles that you have to put up with and how hard it is for you. I know that I won't be putting on any more weight. From now on, I'll just be losing weight.
Good for you. That makes me happy because I wouldn't wish this on anyone. You know, it's like, it's a big struggle every day. It's a big struggle.
Unbeknown to Helen, Dr. Christian's arrived to check our Supersizer's getting the message and to see where Pauline's going so wrong.
They do have a lot of similarities. They both like their junk food. They both have children whose lives, really, they're missing out on because they cannot go out and about with them very much anymore. And both of them really need help performing just the activities of day-to-day living.
I'm the biggest mum at the school as well, yeah.
Surprise!
Oh, hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Fancy seeing you here. Pauline, I'm Christian. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, this is my son, Dylan.
Dylan, good to meet you as well. How you doing?
Back home, Dr. Christian wants to find out how being so grossly overweight has affected Pauline's health.
I do have knee pain every day. Just taking that little 3-inch step over the threshold is hard for me.
And do you see similarities there with you?
Yeah, I do. My knees are not good. If I crouch down, I really struggle to pull myself back up.
This is not going to get better, it's only going to get worse if you carry on, and you are living proof of that, aren't you?
Yep.
The big problem you had, actually, was that you didn't develop any serious medical things, you know, because actually you could just chug along.
Yep.
And you didn't get any shockers. You didn't get the diabetes diagnosis, the heart attack, the high blood pressure diagnosis, did you? Which may have made you wake up and go, "Whoa."
Right, it's helped me to not think it was important enough to take care of yet.
And Helen, I know you're pretty much half Pauline's weight. What I don't want you to think is, oh, well, that's all right then.
No, I don't.
I'm only half her weight, because
Even I struggle.
Pauline was your weight once.
Yeah.
Like, I'd give anything to weigh what you weigh right now. I would give anything to not have to, you know, burden my son.
It's quite easy to see that Pauline has no quality of life whatsoever. The really sad thing, though, is looking at her son, Dylan, who's 18 years old. He has no quality of life either because of the state his mother's in.
Pauline says she's worried about her son and that she hopes to lose weight, but is she really serious? Her freezer's full of waffles, burritos, ice cream and ready meals.
And then, I mean, big bags of potato chips and tortillas and stuff like this.
Oops.
I noticed that all the sodas that you have as well, they're all the kind of full-fat, full-sugar sodas, aren't they? None of them are diet versions.
I don't like the diet ones.
You can't carry on drinking these.
Right.
Because they're so high in sugar and calories, you know. I mean, you are really going to have to find an alternative. The human in me really hopes that Pauline does this and lose the weight. The doctor in me finds it very hard to believe that she actually will.
Has seeing the state Pauline's got herself into had the desired effect on Helen?
It's been eye-opening.
I hoped it would shock you a bit,
It did.
but it's been relatively easy for Pauline to get to that size, hasn't it?
Yeah, like it's been relatively easy for me to have put on the last £100 that I've put on.
What's this going to do for you?
More than anything that anybody could have said before, this has done the trick.
Christian leaves the ladies to say goodbye.
OK, take care.
You too. It was nice meeting you. I think Helen will hopefully be helped by this. I think she will think every time she goes to eat something, she'll remember me or my size and think, I don't want to get to that point, so I better stop now.
But back in the UK, will that image of Pauline be enough to ensure Helen starts to change her ways? Dr. Christian has reserved a table for two at the all-new feeding clinic. He hopes that the shock of seeing each other struggle with their unhealthy portions will propel Elaine and Helen into changing their terrible eating habits. Time for our girls to check in for 48 hours of dietary rehabilitation. At just 6 stone 5 pounds, Elaine is around 3 stone underweight. As a result, she's putting herself at risk from osteoporosis.
Why do you eat so little?
I've never really had a massive appetite. I think I eat all right. Don't know. Obviously, I don't.
You really, really don't. I mean, looking at your food diary, you eat nothing. You eat like a mouse. At the moment, you are just running on stimulants. That's what's keeping you going. But it's not fueling, and it's not repairing, and it's not growing your body. That will not last forever. Eventually, you will crumble.
Yeah.
Helen, on the other hand, gets through an average of 5,743 calories a day. That's 20 days' worth of food in a week. She's a staggering 15 stone overweight, putting her at risk of heart disease, strokes and diabetes.
I mean, you know fully well, as you lose weight, your symptoms like your knee pain and your back pain will improve.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of reasons why you need to be doing this, aren't there?
I'm just going to think of my kids.
It's time for Supersize and Superskinny to swap diets. The first meal is breakfast, which for Helen is often leftover takeaway from the night before. On the menu this morning, egg fried rice, noodles, beef in black bean sauce and sweet and sour chicken.
Are you hungry? No. Oh.
2 cans of energy drink, a bucket of prawn crackers and to finish, some chocolate.
Well, that's what I normally have.
versus 2 cups of tea.
So I've got absolutely no breakfast, that's it?
That's it, yeah.
Why would you just have this?
That's all I need.
Is that because you don't have time, or...?
No, I've got time.
Don't
I
feel
just
hungry?
Definitely not now.
That's heaven to me. That's just gorgeous.
This is the first time I've ever had a Chinese in the morning.
Is it? Does that portion, does that look just huge to you?
Horrendous, darling. I'm not being horrible.
Really? Do you want to try some of the beef and black bean sauce?
Oh,
You don't like it?
disgusting.
Have you ever tried energy drinks before?
I've never had one in my life.
With having 6 children and not a lot of sleep because I'm awake eating, I'm tired all the time. I probably have 6 to 10 energy drinks a day. I'm definitely addicted.
Energy drinks may be Helen's lifeline, but at 113 calories a can, they're definitely not helping her waistline.
No. I'm not being horrible, darling, but you're going to kill yourself if you carry on like this.
I know, that's exactly why I'm here.
It's lunchtime, a packet of crisps and 2 cups of tea.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Versus 8 chocolate fingers and a couple of energy drinks. Helen's trying to get to grips with Elaine's minimal diet.
I'm starving. Oh, God. A bag of crisps is not lunch. I'm feeling very ungrateful for that bag of crisps.
Elaine doesn't share Helen's sweet tooth and is equally underwhelmed.
I didn't mind them fingers, but that drink's making me feel sick.
Elaine's clearly missing her cups of tea, and there's nothing wrong with the odd 1 or 2, but Elaine's 15-a-day habit means she's substituting food for her favourite brew. Christian's making up a week's worth to show Elaine exactly how much she gets through in 7 days and what it could be doing to her health. He's adding 105 tea bags worth of tea to 31.5 litres of water. No wonder there's no room for food.
Let's talk about what's actually in tea to start with. This is tannin, or tannic acid, and this is the thing that gives tea its sort of very characteristic flavour. Drinking too much tea on a really poor, minimal, restricted diet is problematic for a number of reasons. Tannin reduces the absorption of iron from your food, and as you don't have a lot of iron in your diet anyway, this is going to be affecting the amount of iron in your body.
Right.
The other reason why you drink tea, apart from the tannin, which gives you the taste, is the caffeine, which gives you the boost. The longer you leave your tea bag in your cup of tea for, the more caffeine your cup of tea will have in it. If you leave your tea bag in for, say, longer than 3 minutes, altogether, out of your 15 cups of tea a day, you're going to be well above the recommended daily amount of caffeine. The next thing that you add to your tea is
Sugar.
Elaine gets through an incredible 210 teaspoons of sugar a week in tea alone, which is over half her entire calorie intake.
That is an awful
Masses,
lot
yeah.
of sugar. Are you surprised?
Yeah, seen it like that, I am.
There's no real nutrients that help repair your body, boost your immune system, build you, help you grow, help you get over illnesses. You're just running on empty calories, on sugar, nothing else. Milk will give you some goodness, some calcium, some vitamin D, but that's all. And if that hasn't quite got through to you, then I'm going to show you the actual medical implications of not having enough iron in your diet. So the first one, this is a condition called koilonychia, which basically means a spoon-shaped nail.
It's disgusting.
And that is one of the effects of iron deficiency. So it has a very significant effect on the body iron, but its most important function is carrying oxygen around your body. If you don't have enough iron, you get very, very anemic, makes you pale, makes you tired, can give you chest pain, palpitations, and funny shaped nails like that. Can also do a couple of other rather nasty things to you. That's a very sore, angry, red tongue. It's a condition called glossitis. This can be very painful. The tongue can get really enlarged, and it can also get massive cracks and fissures in it. It's very unpleasant. Iron deficiency can also cause hair loss, okay? And if you're drinking that much tea and eating as badly as you're eating, you are almost certainly going to be iron deficient and not necessarily far off developing something like this.
Okay.
Scary?
Yeah, I don't like the look of that at all.
Good.
It's made me think I am going to cut down on the amount of tea that I do drink. I still drink it, but just not in the quantities that I do now.
Coming up, we meet Ellie, whose eating is far more disordered than Elaine's.
There are times when I look in the mirror and all I see is flab and rolls.
And in America's fattest city, Christian witnesses the shocking effects of obesity.
But it's a bit of a mess down there.
Yep, one toe missing.